though. What a game, right?
Oh, I know, right? Um, I think I'm not saying this lightly. I think Kyrie Irving played the second greatest postseason game of his entire career
Are
last
you
night.
serious?
Yeah,
He only had, I mean, he had 34 points, 12 assists, and he made his
on
first.
80% shooting
I can name
with
two.
grabbing three
I
rebounds.
can name two games off the top of my head that were better.
Well, yeah, that's why it was the second best. The
No, two
greatest
games
one was
better.
Game 7 of the 2016 NBA Finals.
No, game six when he had 41. In
Game 5, he had 41.
no, game five he had 41. Both games better.
Okay, third best then of his whole NBA. You can argue that
And
the Game 5 back and forth if you want,
and
but
technically it's not a postseason game. It doesn't count towards any postseason stats.
it doesn't count towards the playoffs, but I think it's technically postseason because it's not in the regular season.
Well, it doesn't count for anything. It's just numbers into an abyss.
Well, where well, a game that is not played in the regular season, this was his second best to me.
You think it was better than his 41-point game against the Warriors?
Yeah, I do.
That doesn't even make sense. This game didn't really matter that much.
What are you talking about? This game totally mattered because they can. I think they match up better with the Celtics than they do the Heat.
Well, I agree. But
This game totally mattered.
the fact that they were up by 20 points and completely blew the lead,
Yeah, that shows you how bad the rest of the team is.
I don't think. He played really good.
If he went 9 for 9 in the first half,
Well, yeah, he was 12 for
that's
12.
phenomenal. And then went 12 for 12 and then finished 12 for 15. So he missed his last 3 shots. Had he known, he probably wouldn't have taken them. And then Kevin Durant had a freaking great game too.
Yeah, I think he had a
Having
good
25
game.
points, 11 assists as well, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, and 3 blocks.
Yeah, no, KD had a good game too. But they both had just great games. Not.
They, no, no. I think the only reason the Nets won is because Kyrie and Kevin Durant had to play phenomenal, near perfect games to win.
They didn't play that good. They did, but it
How
wasn't.
is this not good? What do you think? Is an okay game 45 points? Is that average?
No, that's a great game. That's an all-time game, like you're saying.
Yeah, they played phenomenal. Like they played a darn near perfect game for their team to win. If they had had a slump, the team would have lost.
Well, yeah, that's how the Nets work.
Yeah,
But
that's
if
what I'm saying.
I,
We're saying the same
they should
thing.
have won by 25 if Kyrie had his third greatest game ever and Kevin Durant
Well,
played
if
phenomenal.
he had any other help, this
Andre
isn't a debate if
Drummond,
this is
Bruce
Kyrie Irving's
Brown.
greatest game. This is the last time I give Kyrie Irving a compliment because I don't even like Kyrie that much. I think he's a weirdo.
Okay,
Um,
but you had Claxton give you 13 off the bench, Drummond 16 points, and Bruce Brown 18 points.
yeah, but Bruce Brown's a starter.
Yeah, I
And
know.
you know what? Seth Curry couldn't hit the broadside of a barn door.
Yeah,
Also a starter.
I'm just saying they both played great, but not anything special in my
If
opinion.
Kyrie and KD had played worse, the Cavaliers would have won. And the Cavaliers didn't even play that great of a game to me.
Yeah, exactly. If KD and Kyrie had played bad, then they would have lost.
We're saying the same thing.
But I'm saying their game was this level, good, and you're saying it's up here phenomenal.
I'm not saying it was the greatest game that both of them have ever played ever. I'm saying individually, this was Kyrie Irving's second or third greatest postseason game because I don't think he's really had that many that stand out.
Yes, yeah.
Not for me. I remember those two, the Game 5 and Game 7
I'm pretty
of the
sure he had.
2016 finals,
I'm
and then this.
I'm pretty sure he had 50 points when he was with the Celtics in a playoff game.
Okay, Kyrie Irving on the Celtics, no one remembers that.
No one remembers him on the Nets. They're not even going to make
even
it
Boston
out
Celtics fans will be like, "Oh yeah, Kyrie, yeah, I don't care. That
They're
guy
not
sucks."
even going to make it out of the first round, so this game's going to be just as forgettable as...
Oh, I disagree.
Okay.
Disagree.
Well, let's go ahead and make our predictions then for Celtics Nets.
I think that the Nets win in 7.
I'm saying Celtics in 6. They played that exact same game that they did against the Cavs against the Celtics. They lose by 15.
Unless Jason Tatum goes 3 for 29,
or
which
scores
he's very likely
50,
to do,
like he did last playoffs.
Yeah, he could go for both. He'll probably have both in the same.
Just like
in that same
that
game.
could happen to Kyrie, just as easily as Jason Tatum.
Oh, on a side note, this is a little scattered, but I just want to talk about, so I don't know if you saw it or anyone else watching this saw this, but so Kyrie Irving is observing Ramadan, which is something in the Islamic faith, and I don't know a ton about it because I'm not Islamic, but I do know that it's they do it every 9 months. It's like the ninth month of the Islamic calendar. It's when Ramadan lasts for a whole month. So from April 1st to May 1st, Kyrie Irving will be fasting from sun up to sundown. No water. Well, it includes no drink, no food, and no sexual intercourse. Those are the 3 things that came up on Google. You can't do any of those 3 things.
So you have to fast for a month?
Yeah. Yeah, so Kyrie Irving played this game having not eaten anything in over 12 hours and...
Oh, so he can eat once the sun goes down.
Once the sun goes down, he can eat and drink. But I guarantee you he didn't have any food in him. And so in Brooklyn, the sun rises at 6:20 a.m., give or take, and then sets at about 7:30 p.m. So the game started at 7 p.m., and he hadn't had any food or water at all. Now, I'm sure and I don't know this, but I'm assuming he probably had some water at halftime.
Well, yeah, and throughout the game. Wait, I forgot Steve Nash plays in 48 minutes every night.
Yeah. Just 41 last night. Anyways, so the fact that is another reason why I would add it as his second best game ever.
I don't. Sometimes
he did it with no food or water. Are you kidding me? How's that not phenomenal?
Sometimes you play worse on a full stomach. I don't know.
I'm not saying you eat a full steak dinner, but you have to have some nutrients in you and hydration. The first half of the game, you wouldn't have had any water.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm just saying, we need to, this is phenomenal. And Kyrie Irving will be doing this for the entire month of April. It ends May 1st.
So basically, it's because of Ramadan that he was able to go 12 for 12.
Yes, Kyrie Irving might be onto something.
All right, so you got Nets in 7?
Yeah, I'm picking the Nets in 7.
Oh, gosh. All right. When the Celtics sweep, probably.
You're predicting a sweep?
No, I have them in 6, but they are so much better in every single way.
Well, the Celtics aren't going to have the Time Lord for the first round.
What, Robert Williams?
Yeah.
Yeah, but even without him.
Their best defensive player... center.
Yeah, but who do the Nets have that does anything as a big man? I mean, Drummond kind of, but he's kind of
Drummond.
Hit and miss.
You were just praising Drummond for his 16 points.
No, he had a good game.
And Claxton for his 13 points. If the Celtics and the Cavaliers don't even have a big man, a Jared Allen, because he was injured.
Mobley's 7 feet.
And he's a rookie.
So Nick Claxton averages 9 points and Drummond averages 8. That's going to do a lot.
Yeah, and they both went above and beyond on Evan Mobley, who is a pretty good rookie center.
That's why, though, because Andre Drummond is probably 200 pounds heavier than Evan Mobley.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And so is Al Horford stopping that?
Yes. They're about
Joel Embiid's dad.
They're about the same quickness, him and Drummond, and Horford's way thicker than Evan Mobley.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Cavs for a sec too, because I think Darius Garland played his heart out. 34 points,
but 5
assists.
A lot of his points, like, I don't know, at the very end, they were just like giving him free lanes to the basket. I don't know if that was on purpose or if the Nets just sucked that bad on defense.
I'd like to think it was on purpose, but
because I think he got 8 points or something in like the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Of just layups.
What I was watching, though, when I was watching the Cavs, I was like, this is a really great team who's missing their best player, LeBron James.
I was like,
no, Darius or
Jared Allen's not their best player.
Well, he's a huge integral part of their defense.
They're like second or third best player.
The reason the Cavaliers lost was because of all the offensive rebounds they gave the Nets. The Nets had so many second chance points. If Jared Allen's in there, snags that.
Yeah. Anyways,
wanted to give my my props to the Cavaliers. They played a good game. I don't know if they can win against the Hawks or the Hornets.
But
we'll
I guess
see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, Celtics in 6.
I think I'm just gonna stick with the Nets winning that, but then the luck will run out because Kevin Durant or Kyrie is either going to be exhausted or injured after a 7-game series, and then they'll have to likely face the Bucks or the Bulls.
See both of them getting injured because they're going to be playing 43 minutes, 7 grueling games. And what happens when that happens? They get injured.
Well, if they get injured, the series is done. And I don't want to hear people saying, "Oh, well, Ben Simmons might become." Ben Simmons is not playing a single game until Game 1 of next season.
Yeah, no.
That's and everyone just needs to stop with him coming back. He's
yeah. Anyway, that wraps up this video. Celtics in 6.